Hey everybody, Tim here with tonight's episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Season 1, Episode 10, Nagus. Now, as the title announces, this episode is all about the Grand Nagus. It's his introduction, Grand Nagus Zeke, played by the amazing Wallace Shawn, who's a great actor, and I'm super happy to see him in this series. I'm sure most people will know him from the Princess Bride with Inconceivable, or even Rex from the Toy Story movies. Me, clearly, I think of him more as the principal from a Goofy movie, so I had to wear my Powerline shirt just for this video. So overall, this is a good episode. It's a decent episode. So when the Ferengi were first introduced in The Next Generation, they were supposed to be like the big bads of the franchise. And then from the first episode, you could tell the writers were like, well, we just made a mistake. And so they kind of started twerking it and reworking it and changing their entire storyline. And they kind of became an ongoing joke at that point. Whereas for Deep Space Nine, like, they embraced it, and they brought Quark in as a main character to kind of show, okay, this is how we are going to like rectify that situation, and to kind of show the Ferengi. So like, that's what I love about Deep Space Nine, is it's all of these aliens we've never seen before. Like, I mean, we've seen Ferengi through The Next Generation, but not to this degree. Or like the Trill, we saw them in one episode. Now we have a main character. The Shapeshifter, we got all sorts of stuff going on the space station that we are not familiar with. And so during this first season, a lot of everybody kind of gets their own episodes. Like, Dax even had her own episode named after her. The next episode is very about Odo. Well, this episode's very about Quark and kind of realizing all of the different things about it. Like meeting the Grand Nagus. Now, okay, so now we understand they kind of have a political hierarchy system. They bring up the rules of acquisition in this, which again, it's kind of an ongoing joke, but it's starting to get that continuity, and we're starting to finally understand it. So overall, I felt like this was a good episode. It was a fun episode. To be honest, like any Ferengi episode, you can't take them overly serious. And throughout this one, so we see Grand Nagus Zeke, and he dies fairly early. And right before he dies, he like promotes, I don't even know what the right term would be, he makes Quark the new Grand Nagus. And so throughout the episode, like, we see Quark, he basically becomes the Godfather in one of the scenes where he's, like, instead of the cat, he's stroking some weird alien. And he just basically has become that political leader. And then by the end of the episode, it turns out Zeke was faking his death, and he just kind of wanted to see what his sons would do. Overall, it's a good episode. It's not a great episode because it is a very like parody comedy type episode, but it is a good episode. It's a fun episode. And like I said, it has Wallace Shawn in it, so you know it's going to be great. So for those who have seen this, what did you guys think about this episode? What do you guys think about Wallace Shawn as Zeke? I think he comes back like 6 more times. What do you guys think about the rules of acquisition? And what do you guys think about Ferengi in general? What did you think about them in The Next Generation? And then what do you guys think about them in Deep Space Nine, and how much they've evolved and how much they change? I mean, by the end of the series, a little bit of a spoiler, we'll see a Ferengi in Starfleet. So that's kind of an interesting thing. So go ahead, let me know what you guys think. This is the first major Ferengi focused episode. We'll get a lot more of them down the road. Thank you guys for watching all of my videos. Thank you guys for the YouTube subscriptions. Thank you guys for everything. And I will see you guys next time for the Odo episode, Vortex.